Hello, my divinities. Welcome, welcome. While I'm preparing our little space here for the readings, I want to just remind you guys how grateful I am for everybody who has taken the time to sign up to the Facebook and Patreon subscriptions. You guys are my main source of income, and I really genuinely appreciate your support for my work and what I do, because I would not be able to do what I love without your support. Now, that being said, let's go ahead and get started with today's collective. So, hold on, this candle won't go out. All right. Ooh, I got some wax on me. Yesterday I had several things pile up, and I could not put collectives out. And these are the decks I was going to use, so I decided I was just going to go ahead and use them today. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what is the message for today's collective. What is the message for today's collective? Imam Coeli, the root. Uranus, change. And fifth house, passion. Ooh, something's being changed at the root of what someone's passion is or what they're attracted to, possibly. Let's go ahead and read the cards, the energy that comes with it. Number 43, fifth house, passion. This says, ponder your loves and longings, whatever activates your heart, and ask yourself what you love enough to share with the whole world. The fifth house asks you to believe in yourself and put this activated heart into action. One second. Today's going to be one of those days of allergies. Okay. Think of what activates the sparkly magic you feel when your artistic muse plays with you. Remember what stirs the first twinkle in the eye of a new relationship, the luminous quality of the beginnings of a love affair. No matter your age, your inner adolescent sparks your creative process. To nurture that spark, be playful. Grab a spontaneous moment and let your imagination wander. Look for a work culture that encourages playful, creative risk-taking and adventurous celebration and exploration. This is where the juicy new ideas arise. To form a good foundation for partnership, don't skip the courtship. Learn how to bring each other joy and come back to renew that spark in the years ahead. The fifth house also speaks of the children of the heart, of the arts, and of the body. The desire for a child, a love affair, the first stirrings of a book or sculpture, or the first notes of a song are the sparks for this creation. The fifth house asks you to take a risk, and you may need to invest in materials and be disciplined to manifest your desires. Challenge. Bring your inner adolescent out to play, but watch that it doesn't get stuck in a self-centered place, swept up in the thrill of creation, and damn the consequences. Gift. Let your light shine. Let it be a gift to all the world. Your instructions are to play, create, love, inspire, and be glorious. One second. All right. Number 38. The Imam Coeli. This says, look to the roots. Think about what makes you feel at home and secure, what creates sanctuary for you. Investigate the foundations and become conscious of the traditions and assumptions that underlie the situation. Lean into habits that help you feel secure and grounded. If you enjoyed your childhood, family traditions can help you feel safe and strong in a storm. If you grew up in chaos, you may crave the opposite and so create your own quiet sanctuary. If you grew up around arguments, arguing with people at home may seem normal to you. But that may not be the case for your housemates, so you may need to learn to present your points in a more transformative, less combative way. The IC also speaks of deeper roots. The spiritual, religious, or philosophical underpinnings of your early life. Just as a fish doesn't notice the water it swims in, it can be hard to see the spiritual assumptions you swam within as a child. These philosophical underpinnings could give you a deep connection to spirit or leave you feeling restricted or judged. Whether they imbued you with unconscious habits or were that from which you rebelled, Until you examine those deep roots, they will define your foundational paradigm. Challenge. Unconscious patterns from your personal history may underlie the situation and need excavation. Gift. Build roots of your own. Feel your spine extend like a deep taproot of a tree into the ground. Feel the strength of the earth pulsing up through you, holding you strong through any storm. And then 25. 1 second. Uranus, change. Surprise or be surprised. Be ready to shift gears. It's time to experiment and try a fresh approach or a new road entirely. If your life were a garden, now would be the time to scatter handfuls of diverse seeds, water them all, see what grows robustly, and weed the rest later. Urgent anxiety can be a symptom of Uranian restlessness, so rather than just flailing about, look for the root cause and ask what change would actually solve the problem. What looks like a disaster may bring a wild opportunity. If you are thrown a sudden or shocking change, assume that you are being tossed out of the nest into a potentially heroic journey. Chaos can be an important catalyst, an unnerving moment caught between forms. The discomfort allows and propels you to transform. Become your most authentic, eccentric self. You are just what is needed. Uranus also encourages technical upgrades and cutting-edge approach, whether that means acquiring new equipment or new skills. Uranus electrifies. It may feel like your finger is stuck in an electrical socket. You are anxious to change, but you can spin your wheels until you shift into the new gear. Gift. Prepare for an evolutionary leap. Shocking circumstances can force you to engage gifts you didn't know you had and help you transform. You are not those external attributes in transformation. You will not dissolve. A caterpillar is still internally the same creature once it becomes a butterfly. All right. So, big change coming in. Most likely it's going to be a surprising change or a shocking change. This could have to do with things that make you feel safe, things that make you feel stable and secure, or it could be things that you feel passionate about. Let's see. Let's get started. First row. What is today's collective about? We start with the Two of Wands. Okay. With the Knight of Wands. All right. The Three of Wands. The Six of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Nine of Swords. And the Devil. With the Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. This very much has to do with, I'm always talking about that, but this story genuinely is pointing it out like directly. The way somebody was raised. In this picture, it shows like a father. So it could be a masculine, or this could be the story about a feminine, but her father is central in what happened here. The way they were raised is shaping something about their everyday life. I mean, and that goes without saying, obviously, but we're talking about someone's passion, someone's creation. So it could be talking about a story where somebody is influenced when it comes to what they're passionate about. And this could mean a couple of things. Either one, they were taught to hide whatever they were passionate about and not follow it because, well, there could be various reasons. Or two, somebody overindulges, because this could also be somebody who's stepping into like their teenage self, having fun, but if they're not careful, they could get stuck on that mode, especially with the Devil here. Two of Wands. There's a lot of determination at play. With the Knight of Wands, though, somebody is determined. We have the Three of Wands twice, the 2 and the Knight, and then the 3 again. So that makes the 5, and it makes 6 Wands overall. It's a challenge. Somebody's feeling challenged. Maybe about how they receive attention. 6 of Wands could be attention. Maybe about how they perceive success. Maybe there's something here that they've always loved doing, and they get really bothered when people tell them, oh, you should do that for a living, because as far as they know, once they attach money to it, it's not fun anymore. For some people it can be, for others it's not. Like for me, I love tarot, and the fact that I get paid doing it is my dream come true. So to some people, that's not how it works. They don't charge because once they attach money to it, they lose the joy connected to it. But Four of Cups is here. Like this is something that they don't want to overlook. We have 10 Cups. They know that something about this makes them really happy. And the fact that they're showing up as a knight is like they want to face the challenge, because knights are, you know, the brave, the bold, the courageous. They want to face the challenge. They don't want to back down. But it is stressing them out, because with the Devil here, whatever it is that they're used to doing, they have it down as a habit. It's something that's been embedded into their daily routine, into who they are, possibly even their sense of identity, which why the Coeli is here. Let's see what this is. Clarify the Two of Wands. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Clarify the Two of Wands. The back of the Seven of Cups. The Five of Wands and the Hanged Man. The Two of Pentacles. See, somebody is trying to reorganize their priorities. So it could be that they were taught to indulge. Maybe they were raised by somebody who encouraged them. Well, honestly, this could go either way. Either one, they were raised by someone who never let them indulge. So now that it's their turn to live life their way, they're overindulging, because it's like a way to rebel against how they were raised. Or the opposite, they were encouraged by parents. You know, you only live once, get the most out of life, yada, yada, yada. One of the two. But they are trying to examine, why do I prioritize these things? How can I create balance? How can I not leave behind the things that I love, but also not overindulge to the point where it's an addiction? Look at that. Wow. Okay. Emperor and Empress. Again, this could go either way. Either this is somebody who has met an emperor or an empress, and this is making them want to be a better person, making them want to find balance, because they want to match the person that they're attracted to. Or two, somebody is trying to blend their feminine and masculine energy together to create balance. It could be both, honestly. Now, we did get the Wheel of Fortune, but we got the Seven of Cups, the shadow side. So let's read that, because this deck has two sides to it. Let's read the back of the Seven of Cups. This one says, the dreaded swamp is revealed to be just a freshwater pond outside castle walls, and the man is revealed to be blind. Shelter and safety are nearby, but he has chosen to blindly flee into the unknown. His face is transfixed in utter horror. What does he see with his inner sight? The angel is gone, but the cups remain. So what it means, things are not as bad as you think they are. You are in a safe place, though it may be uncomfortable, so keep your wits about you. Slowly begin to look around for allies. Accept advice as it is offered. These things will help put you back in proportion so you can see exactly what steps to take next. In matters of love, avoid escalating an emotional situation through melodrama or blame. Ah, let me see. Okay, so we're gonna stick with the storyline where somebody here, and because it's using masculine energies at the beginning, I'm gonna say it's a masculine, okay? A masculine here has met an empress, and they want to match. They want to be on that level. And for that to happen, they need to readjust some of their activities or their daily life. They possibly have habits that, if right now they're in night mode, they want to get to emperor mode. And they know how to do it, but they know it's going to be difficult. See, this is somebody climbing a cliff with no equipment. Look at this. If you notice, he does not have the normal climbing gear that nowadays the current mountain climbers would have. So he's taking a huge risk is the way he sees it. And I'm just going to say he to talk about the masculine. This could be a feminine as well, but we're just going to stick with the image we've got. But this is also fated because we have the Wheel of Fortune. Things were supposed to go in this manner. I do want to point out the fact that it shows this person blind. They feel out of their element, completely out of their element. This is a whole foreign place for them. They feel like they're flailing about blind, which is why it's a challenge. So they're stuck a little bit. Means that this tells me that they have leveled up on some manner. They may have gone through a dark night of the soul. But they feel a little lost, yet they don't want to stop. They want to keep going because they do see the advantage of this. So seeing the devil here with the sun, this could be how somebody has fun. Maybe they have addictions. Maybe they drink a lot. Maybe they indulge in sexual activities a lot because we do have passion over here. I feel like somebody here indulges in things that they're passionate about, but it turned into a detriment. Too much fun is also not okay, right? And they see the benefits already. This is new to them, but they're changing, and that's why they're putting it as a priority, because they're already seeing beneficial changes. Let's see. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Wands. Ten of Cups. The Three of Wands. And the Three of Pentacles. With the Four of Cups. Again, Four of Cups came out twice. But is this, hold on, is this the back or the front? Oh, interesting. So this is the back of the Four of Cups, but this is what ended up as the overall energy. So let's check that out. The Four of Cups. So this one says, looking out to sea through the young man's eyes, we see a ship outward bound, disappearing into the fog. The sad, empty cups abandoned on the shore are evocative of disappointed dreams and lost hopes. The young man has missed the boat. Don't dwell on missed opportunities. You are in danger of letting your hurt feelings blind you. Again, blind. Second time we've got blind here. You're in danger of letting your hurt feelings blind you to new offers and chances. Ennui can turn into depression, which perpetuates itself and can be difficult to shake off. Allow yourself to imagine something wonderful coming over the horizon. Are you ready to accept a cup of happiness? So Somebody feels like they already missed the boat. They already missed out on something that was going to be great for them. And we do have Seven of Swords, Knight of Swords. So they're aware that they self-sabotaged. They're aware that they destroyed their options. Or, yeah. That's why the Seven of Cups is over here. They might have thought that they had a lot of options, and they realized that the only option they wanted is gone. And they're the ones responsible for it. Let's look. If I remember correctly, this is the back of the Three of Wands. So let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. So this side says, the cloaked man is revealed to be a handsome knight in smoky armor. His hair and beard are touched with silver, but he is still in the prime of his life. The red of his cloak symbolizes his life force and virility. Though he is looking towards the desert, he has emerged from the forest. The mystical orb he offers is half water, half fire, in a yin-yang pattern of balance. This side gives some answers to the question posed on the other side. Balance is important if, like the knight, you want to be firmly grounded and ready to take on the next adventure. The elemental orb symbolizes the balance between water, feelings, and fire, action. You are temperamentally inclined to prefer action as evidenced by the fiery wand. Honor that strength, but give your whole self to the approaching opportunity. Wow. So they're really buckling up. This is somebody who really sees this like they already missed the chance, and they are lingering on that. They're seeing this missed opportunity like, that could have been my happiness. And we saw that with the 6 and the 4. That could have been my happiness, and I was closed off to it, but now I don't want to let go of it. And this means that they have to throw themselves wholeheartedly into creating change. They have to revisit their foundations, because something about the way they were raised puts them in this place of overindulgence. Whether they're in this place out of defiance or out of obedience, but they're in this place and they want to get out of it. They want to move forward. Let's see. Clarify the Three of Wands. Clarify Three of Wands. Ooh. So the Queen of Pentacles first, then we're going to do Nine of Swords, Three of Swords, and well, it came out reversed though, Eight of Cups reversed. Oof, Five of Swords. Okay, this is a good step towards change, because they do know that remember I said that they're aware that they destroyed it. And it's showing us how. Five of Swords. They played mind games, or they were about power. Who was the one in power? Who was the one in control? And they defeated the option of being able to move forward. So they've taken the time to examine how things happened, how things went down. And they are growing in wisdom, because they're being objective with the Justice card here. They're being very clear about what did I do and what did this person do. Because I think before they were maybe focused very much on blame. Like, no, you are trying to get me to do this and I don't want to. And you're the one trying to... And now they don't see it that way. Which is why they are growing in wisdom. They are... I like that this card has two snakes. Snakes, to me, definitely represent growth and change. They evolve. They're being fair. Like, I have to be fair. What did I contribute? Maybe this other person was being pushy, but what did I do? So, Queen of Pentacles. This could be the person that they're dealing with. The Empress that they're attracted to, that they're drawn to. And they see this person as somebody who's very generous, very giving, more concerned with others than she is with herself. And that somehow made them really anxious because we have the Nine of Swords here twice. Maybe because they felt like they couldn't match that, especially if they're showing up with devil energy. Devil energy usually indicates selfishness. It doesn't matter what type of energy it's connected to, whether it's there's a spectrum to the devil. Regardless of what side of the spectrum it's on, it's selfish energy. And if they're in this energy, this might seem like way out of the question because they're not used to putting other people above themselves. And maybe she got them to think about that because it makes them really anxious. Her being this way makes them really anxious. Three of Swords. So the pain could come from the fact that they see it like she didn't deserve that. She didn't deserve this type of treatment from me. Or it hurts them. Yeah. It hurts them that this happened. They don't want to walk away anymore. They want to come back. But they don't want to come back empty-handed. They don't want to come back being the same version of themselves that created this situation, which is good. Already showing progress. Clarify Six of Cups. Clarify Six of Cups. Got the King of Wands, the Sun, and the Four of Cups. Look at that. Again, Seven of Swords. They are very aware. They're aware that they did sabotage themselves and this connection. And they did it out of impulse. It was almost like a knee-jerk reaction. So they're taking the time to heal. This is somebody who could be going to therapy. They could be putting themselves through some AA program. They're doing something to combat the devil energy. And they are leveling up. When I believe when this whole thing played out, they were a knight. Now they're showing up as a king. They see themselves like, I think the Empress has taught them balance. The way they see it, they could still have fun. Just not the knight way, where they want to sample everything on the table, but with something more worth their while, something more worth their time and their energy. And again, we got the Four of Cups, but the shadow side. So again, I'm showing you that this person is definitely lingering on the one that got away. They see the Empress as the one that got away. And the fact that we got the Six of Cups here means that they're basically living off of the memories that they have with this Empress. Through the memories, through the interactions and looking at them objectively, they're realizing, okay, this is what I need to work on, which is a big deal because a lot of people just let it be like, no, it was that person's fault. They were asking too much of me. And this person they're holding themselves accountable. Clarify Four of Cups. I got the Six of Pentacles. Clarify Four of Cups, the Hierophant. And the Emperor, wow. With the Seven of Wands. I'm not sure if, no, it's not the shadow side. Okay, so with the Seven of Wands, this person doesn't want the Empress to be the one that got away. Right now, that's who she is to them. I don't know how long they've been working on themselves, but they're showing up as Emperor energy now. With the Hierophant, they feel like they went to the right mentor. Six of Pentacles, I'm telling you, they might have found who they believe to be the best person to help them grow. So they might have paid a coach, they might have paid a healer, but this involves investment. They invested in somebody that was going to help them level up. Look at that. 10 of Swords. Chariot. Yes. Oh, yeah. They are determined as fuck. They are very determined. They want their old persona to die. They want to show that they have a strong will. Look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you. They realized that not being able to control their urges indicates more weakness than joy. I think that they used to associate this like with, well, I'm just a joyful person. And if that makes me happy, if, you know, going out and doing fun things makes me happy, I don't see why I should stop. Until they realized, well, a new opportunity is here, and that's not sustainable. You can't live that way if you want to build a partnership with someone. Well, at least not with this person, because the Empress is not going to deal with somebody who does not have self-control, who does not have control over their bodily functions, their mind, their actions. And now they're realizing, okay, that's a fair point. I will work on it. That you're right, that's not me just following my heart, that's me not knowing how to control myself. And the more that they work on it, they're turning into an emperor. Damn, okay. Like a whole storyline right here. Clarify 9 of Swords. We've got the 9 of Cups, the King of Swords, clarify 9 of Swords, and the Page of Cups with the 4 of Wands, the Star, the 2 of Wands. Their Empress might have taught them the difference between, okay, so let's just say that this is there's somebody who used to indulge in alcohol, okay? Let's just give that as an example. Their Empress might have taught them, like, there's nothing wrong with alcohol. It's when you go out every weekend and you need to get wasted, or almost every day you have to have this substance. That's not okay. That's not about fun. You've created an addiction. And now it's the opposite. You've become a slave. You've become chained to that thing. Why don't we save, you know, champagne or things like that when there's something to celebrate? And let's drink wine when we have like a nice red steak, but not like every day, and not to the point where you have to get wasted because you've lost what that's supposed to be for. Champagne, for example, is something you're supposed to savor. It's something you're supposed to enjoy. You're celebrating. Wine as well. When people drink like bottles or several bottles, they don't do it anymore because they enjoy the flavor. It's because they're trying to get wasted. And she's trying to explain that. If it was about the flavor, you wouldn't need to get wasted. That's like somebody bringing you a 24-pack of Coke and you drinking the whole thing. If you saw somebody do that, wouldn't you look at them sideways like, are you okay? Do you need water? But when somebody does that with beer, nobody says anything. It should be the same thing. That's a problem. And they're seeing it that way now. They're seeing her point of view. They want a union with her. She's somebody who's very transparent, open, and they love the challenges that she puts in front of them, because it's like she's very logical and she's bringing out their logical side. Although 9 of Swords twice, it does unnerve them a little bit, because they feel like almost like they wanted to be the one guiding her. They feel like she's the one guiding them, but they already put their ego aside because they realize this is worth it. Now, let's read the 9 of Cups. This is the back of the 9 of Cups. Excuse me. The back of the 9 of Cups. Okay, this one says, as we look outward with the Duke, the vista is even more beautiful than looking into his opulent ballroom. The calm sea reflects an ocean of stars, and the chalices on the marble balustrade seem to be drinking in the starlight. An airy spirit glides past, holding a golden cornucopia from which will pour whatever the heart desires most. So it means the news is good on this side of the card as well. The universe is acting in your favor now. Get clear about your hopes and goals so you can more easily see the path to their fulfillment. Don't limit yourself to small dreams. Don't be afraid to wish for the stars. Interesting. So they might have been in a... We're clarifying the Nine of Swords. So they might have been in the energy of, what if I can't have her? What if I work so hard on myself and I still can't be with her? And I feel like this person is receiving encouragement from the universe. I'm not sure in what way, because I'm not really seeing a lot of evidence of, esoteric things, but it could have come just as a feeling of certainty. There's anxiety, but there's also the feeling of, don't worry about how high you reach. Don't worry about what it is you're asking for. Worry about yourself. The universe is acting in your favor, and they are transforming. Now, I just want to point out, because I feel like a lot of you will take a story that's not meant for you and make it your own. Everybody wants this type of story, obviously. But it won't be everybody's story, and that's okay. Just remember, whenever you come across another reading that totally contradicts this one and you're like, I'm confused, that means one of those two stories is not for you. And you know which one is and which one isn't. So, Page of Cups. Another thing that could be stressing them out is first contact, because I feel like these two are not in contact. That's why they see it as, this person is far away. There's distance between them. There's no contact. So something else that they're stressing about is, when I first reach out, how is this person going to react? How are they going to react to me? Are they going to think that I'm overstepping? Should I have just left things how they were? We'll see. Let's see. Let's put these aside. And let's do the next row. Next row. We've got the Chariot. We saw that determination. Temperance. The Lovers. Ten of Cups. I'm telling you. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Swords. The King of Cups. The Moon. Strength. Wow. This is somebody who's also if before they had a really hard time with emotions, if they've had a really hard time in not only being in tune with their emotions, but connecting to their emotions, they're being extra brave and courageous and doing shadow work. They're delving into their subconscious, into why they feel a certain way, what made them react, what was the knee-jerk reaction about, who put it there, what memories are connected to it. They're doing the whole 9 yards. This is excellent. So let's see. Let's shuffle real quick while we look. I mean, because it's almost self-explanatory. Like, come on now. They are determined to learn temperance, because it's through temperance that they can connect with the person they want. It's like someone is extending a shiny apple. Like, you could join me on this side, but it would require stepping out of your shadow. And they see, with the Ten of Cups, they see the possibility of forever with this Empress. They see the possibility of happiness with the Empress. A Ten of Cups, 6 and 4, and then the 10 again. They really see this as a possibility. And maybe once upon a time they didn't. But they've worked through those fears. They've worked through those insecurities. And now they see it like, I could totally have that as long as I work on myself. I need to work on myself for me to have the things that I want, which they're not wrong about. So they're learning new things, and they're being consistent about those new things that they're learning. They're not just learning about it, they're putting it into practice. And they're putting in a lot of energy because they feel like if they don't hurry, that Empress will be taken off the market. Clarified Chariot. We got the Two of Cups, Six of Pentacles, Temperance, Eight of Wands. With the Nine of Wands. The Death card, the Star. I know that this is kind of funny, but I'm hearing the Rick Astley song. You know, the Rickrolled song that everybody puts on. Never gonna give you up. Let me look at the lyrics because now I'm forgetting the whole song. Okay, so it's the never gonna give you up part. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Got to make you understand. I'm never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. We've known each other for so long. Your heart's been aching, but you're too shy to say it. Inside, we both know what's been going on. We know the game, and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I'm feeling, don't tell me you're too blind. Third time we hear blindness in this reading. Don't tell me you're too blind to see. I'm never going to give you up. I'm never going to let you down. Chorus replays. And it just keeps going. So that's why they're turning into this person. They don't want to be the type of person that disappoints this Empress. They don't want to be the type of person that fails her. But they don't want to give her up, so that requires transformation, like deep transformation. And they are working on it because they don't want to be the one that makes her cry or the one that deceives her, the one that fails her, basically. They don't want to be that person. They genuinely see this as we're meant for each other. We balance each other out. You balance me out. Being with this person has transformed them. It shows them, like, remember when I said the devil, it was like selfishness? This is the type of person they want to give to. And this is a new feeling for them. Because they're usually the type of person that wants to take, wants to receive. But with this Empress, they want to give. And that they're learning, this is balancing me out. I'm turning into a more balanced person because of that. Let's look at the shadow side of the Eight of Wands. Let's see. The shadow side of the Eight of Wands. Okay, this says, the same wands shoot through the air, going in the opposite direction. The fair sky of day has become a night blasted by lightning. Looking past the wands, we see a Pegasus, the winged horse who brings lightning from Olympus to warn or to punish, according to the whims of the god. The greenery that tips the wands may be shriveling and dying, or that could just be a trick of the light. What it means, something you sent out into the world is coming back at you. If you have been careful to only put out energy and activity that you would like to receive, then you don't have anything to worry about. But if you have behaved unethically, whether through word or deed, fix it fast, or Pegasus will fix it for you. Oh, that's the sense of urgency. That's why they're like, I got to do this quick. They've received some sort of warning. And I don't know if that's, again, through esoteric means or it's a feeling. But they have the feeling, I need to do this now, or that Empress is going to be gone, and it'll be my karma for having told her to get lost, or told her to leave me alone, told her I don't want her. Now what they said or what they did is coming back to bite them in the ass. Clarify Temperance. The back of the Magician. Clarify Temperance. Ooh, that's okay. We've got the back of the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords reversed, the back of the Three of Pentacles, and the back of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. With the Six of Swords, the Chariot, Two of Swords. Oh, yep. They feel like they have to hurry up and change because if they told this Empress that they didn't want anything to do with her, she's moving on. She's doing the opposite. Where they're putting in all this Chariot energy to match her, she's putting in all this Chariot energy to walk away from them, to take them out of her heart, because the way she sees it, they broke her heart, and so she needs to let them go. And they're in this place of realizing, I really have no one to blame for that but myself. I brought that on myself. I said that, I told her that, and she took it at face value, what I said. As she should, because why would you not? So let's start with the back of the Magician. What's with the back of the Magician? Okay, so the back of the Magician says, when this is a threshold time for your endeavor, a time when new creation is trying to push through. Deepen and pull your energy inward. One of the tenets of magic is keep silent. If you find your endeavors are stalling or not progressing at the pace you wish, move into the silent, dark space within you and focus. Magic requires concentration and freedom from distractions. The power is there, but you must bring it forth yourself. Okay. Let's look at the back of the Knight of Swords. So this side says, while the outer self seems intent on war, from this point of view, we see that the knight is actually following a flight of swallows. They lead him toward breaks in the storm clouds and lightning of the sky. Swallows are a symbol of instinctive return to the home of the heart. They also symbolize freedom, something this knight cherishes. If he can feel a sense of freedom in matters of the heart, he will reveal more about himself. When he allows himself to admit what he wants and pursue it wholeheartedly, he won't fear to show his true face. So, two things came to me with this. First of all, you'll know if this is your story if when the person said, I don't want this, the Empress was like, okay, and moved on. They feel like they're free, but they realize, oh, you mean she's not controlling? She's not trying to keep me trapped somewhere? It makes them want to give to her. The fact that she gives them freedom to, if you don't want a relationship, you don't want to be here, that's fine. Go do your thing, and I'll go do my thing. So now they want to give to her, and they're finally admitted to themselves what they want. So they're pursuing it wholeheartedly. However, we do have the King of Swords reversed. Now, King of Swords. Oh, this is the back? Okay. So I'm going to read the back, the shadow side, before we flip it over so that you see the improvement. Okay? So this is the king faces a darkening storm that blows towards him. Clad in metal, he will draw the ferocious forked lightning, which is why he drove his sword point into the ground. He believes the energy will move through him rather than destroy him. Behind the king, a scythe stands in readiness, its sharp point also grounded in the earth. This is the darker side of the king's immense self-confidence. The risk that he will make a martyr of himself by believing only he can save the day. He doesn't know how to accept help or even admit that he needs it. Understanding this flaw will allow others to tactfully give help without weakening his steely pride. That came out reversed. So again, this is somebody who's learning to not be arrogant, to not be in this place of like, I don't need nobody, I don't want nobody. They don't want just anybody. They want the Empress. Now they're realizing if there's one person I do need, it's her. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles, the shadow sign. They're also learning to ask for help. They're learning to admit that they even need help. So if they were dealing with addictions of any sort, in the past, they might have been the type to say, oh, whatever, this isn't a problem, I'm just having fun. Now they're like, okay, not only is it a problem, I need help because apparently I can't overcome it myself and I didn't realize that it was an addiction, and they're seeking help. That's how they're getting to Temperance. Let's see. Three of Pentacles. There's the shadow side, or the back of it. And this one says, this man is a financier of the project, but that's not his only contribution. His biggest gift is enthusiasm, which will sustain the endeavor and serve as its foundation. Whatever you wish to build, find others with the same enthusiasm to build it with you. This may be in business, community work, the arts, or any other process that requires many willing hands and hearts. They are out there looking for you. Look at that. See? One of the reasons that this person used to be the type of person that would say, I don't need anybody, I don't need anybody's help, is because they usually thought they would never find somebody who was as invested as they were in building until they met the Empress. Now let's read the back of the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so with the back of the Queen of Pentacles, we have, this says, from her garden, the queen looks towards the great castle city that is her realm. Her throne, which looks weathered and ancient from the front, looks battered and neglected from the back. A broken column has been hidden away behind the throne, and a hare takes shelter there. In her innermost self, the queen is a bit overwhelmed by all the things she has welcomed into her care. It is her nature to be generous, and she knows that help given grudgingly is a burden, not a gift. But her own support system can be weakened, even broken, if she doesn't nourish herself as well as others. Isn't this interesting? They are learning balance by looking at this Empress and seeing her as somebody who still has to work on herself, obviously, because she was doing the same thing. She was overgiving. And it's almost like two things. First of all, they realized how much she weakens herself by taking on everybody else's burden, kind of like what they were doing. But they finally saw it looking at somebody else do it. And second, it makes them want to give to her because they know what it's like to not lean on anybody else. They know what it's like to not have support from anybody else. So now they want to be her support. And they feel like, I can't be her support if she also has to take care of me. Phenomenal. This is phenomenal. Because they're right. They're right. Somebody who is a giver, she's not clinging to them because sure, you let them do their own thing. She's moving on. But she is still somebody who overgives, and they want to be the one that's there for her. They want to be the strong one for her. And that means that they need to transform their life. So that's amazing. I'm going to stop here because we're already getting close to an hour. But if you are on Patreon, or if you are subscribed to the 1111 tier on Patreon, or if you are on Facebook as a subscriber, I will see you on the other side, okay? So far, I hope you appreciated and enjoyed this part. If you did, please make sure to comment, share, react, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.